StayWeird1993 here, or of course if you are joining me on YouTube, it's StayWeird1993 Vlogs. Welcome back to our channel. Here we are again, doing our Warlock leveling. We've got all the way to Lunarfall and Draenor. I do apologise for cutting the stream short last night. I was just so goddamn tired. I don't know what came over me. I think it was just a combination of the allergies for the pollen, the heat outside. And then I think it was just a combination of all of that meant that I just needed to get some good quality rest. Hi Lord Arbiter, how's it going? I nearly fell asleep on stream last night, so I'm just glad I don't feel half as dead as I did yesterday. It's just you just feel drained at the moment, kind of thing. So we need to... Assistant Brightstone, Archmage Khadgar. Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff we can do.
Great to meet you.
We'll do some dungeon queues as well, why not?
Watch your back.
I keep forgetting that everything echoes around here, and I was like, that's really ominous. Like, why is that dwarf suddenly got a big echoing voice? Like, watch your back. ABS, let's see if it's easy to set up. OBS, yeah, OBS, I think OBS, I use OBS for my stream. OBS Streamlabs, it's super easy. I mean, I use OBS for this, so I use it for my overlays, I use it for my templates for things. It just, for me, OBS is good because it lays things out in a sensible way. Not necessarily because it's superior to anything else, but for me, OBS just makes more sense. Like, the way OBS looks and the way it acts as a piece of software just makes more sense to me. So I personally do enjoy OBS. For me, OBS is probably the best streaming software available. If you had to ask me. I mean, for example, doing my layout here, it's been really handy because OBS, what I do is I have a couple of templates for my layout that I've been tweaking. So what I did was I downloaded a template, a free-to-use template, and then what I did was modified it with all of my art assets, but it was already laid out for me, so I had my skin for my stream, if you like, and I just modified it to make it all my own art assets. Because that way I had a template file, and it was all set up for me, so that I had my notification buttons already preset, and then I could just go and modify them exactly how I want them to be. So when I test that widget, for example, when I do this, like, that is just a modified version of what I got as a template. So I changed the background graphic, I changed the text wording, but things like that. So we gotta go and... I keep forgetting how we do all this, so... I'm gonna go speak to Shelly Hamby. Yeah, OBS is great. Honestly, I like OBS.
Safe travels.
The thing with OBS is as well, you've got the advantage of, with OBS, you've got again, you've got templates, you've got assets you can use, and you don't have to have the sort of prime or premium version to download some of those free to use. So if you want to set your stream up to look really nice, you can configure this to do Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch. I just prefer Twitch. Because I mean I haven't set it up for multi-platform streaming yet, because last time I did that it stopped. I did the YouTube streaming. It stopped me from streaming on Twitch, even though it's supposed to do both.
That would be a nice change of pace.
It's frustrating, but you know, so far so good. The software itself has been really good and easy to use, in my opinion. So now we need to... Yeah, so I'm sure I should have some order resource, like some garrison resources that from logging out here, but yeah, absolutely. You'll have to think about it. I mean, I plan to eventually start streaming on multiple platforms, including get the feed going to YouTube as well. However, Twitch for me is the easiest to set up, and obviously it's the one that's very frequently used. So what's really good about Twitch is that it already has a lot of base users. You're not asking people to go and go somewhere they wouldn't normally go, because the audience I'm getting is probably, like, for example, the people that are subscribed to my YouTube channel probably saw me on Twitch first.
We will find a way through this. Knowledge is power.
Is there any quest for me to do here? Because it's told me to go to Lunarfall Outpost, but there's not even a quest here. Pulling in the wrong community. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. The way I look at things, and you've got to bear in mind that I used to work in media as a graphic designer full time, is that if you worry about your community too much and you worry about your audience, then you'll never create anything. Because once it's out there on the internet, you can't control exactly who you're going to pull through as a viewer. And the important thing to do is, or how I've always seen it, is create content for the audience that you intend to get, and whoever you do get, then you need to have a look into whether, A, that's the right audience that you want to pull, and if not, how do you change things? Or B, if it is the right audience, or do you want to alter your content to cater to the audience that you do attract? It entirely depends, in my opinion, on A, who you intend to set out to have viewers, and B, who does actually turn up. And obviously, just basically, you've got to be adaptive. You've got to work out why people are watching your content as well. So, for example, some people watch different. For example, WoW streamers. If I want an informative show about the state of affairs within the community, about news, I go watch Taliesin and Nevertell. If I want critical analysis of the game, I go watch Preach. If I want a just chatting style environment, I watch Asmongold. And if I want lore, I go to Pyromancer.
I do not have a target.
So, for example, an example I'm giving you there is that all those people have a different audience for the same game. In the same way that some people go to watch raiding content on Twitch for WoW, some people go to watch chilled out leveling content, i.e. what I'm doing here. Some people go to Twitch to watch PvP or Arena, and some people go to watch transmog runs, roleplay, you know. You gotta work out what your thing in the game is. Like, for me, it's the content. It's playing the content, it's leveling, it's eventually it's going to be raiding, but obviously I'm evolving my content as we go. To be honest, streaming, I don't have a schedule. I just say I stream in the evening, or in the afternoon. You don't have to have a schedule. It just helps me personally that I say, right, I want to stream around this time every night. It's not mandatory, but if you start getting viewers, I would say it's good for you to have an idea of when you want to stream. That's my opinion. I think that it's good. It's good to have a rota just for organisation, but what I like to do is, for example, I have a very loose definition of my schedule, as in I will do an afternoon stream between these times at some point, and then I will do an evening stream between these times at some point. And then if you say were to be successful and you get a lot more viewers, if you were to get more viewers, for example, that's when, or you were starting to attract an audience that you were happy with, I would start then make a schedule based around your viewership and based around when your audience is engaging with your content. But obviously, that I'm getting ahead of myself. I only have 14 followers. Not that I don't appreciate every single follow. I mean, thank you so much to the community for supporting me. But once say if I establish after say 100 followers, or I don't know, 100 followers or 200 followers, if I establish when I've got that many followers that people are tuning in, but only when I stream between 7 and 10 p.m, well then my stream time is going to be normally 7 to 10 p.m. Or if I find that I'm only getting my viewer footfall on certain days, then I might stop streaming on other days and then only stream those days that I get the footfall of viewers. But because I'm a small streamer, I can afford to be a bit lax with my because I'm a small streamer, I'm not a big time streamer. I can be lax with my schedule, and therefore also lax with. But also for me, that means that I need to stream more often to try and get more people in. I would say that scheduling your streams realistically only starts to matter if you need to work it into your schedule, or alternatively, when you start getting more viewers come through, that's when it's going to be when your schedule is going to start to really matter. So not really, you don't have to. No one has to have a schedule.
Need to target something first.
Hell, you could spend your whole time that you stream without a schedule, and it wouldn't really affect anything. It's entirely what works for you. I always say the first rule with a lot of these things is that there are no rules. It's like my YouTube videos. I'm like, how many videos am I going to upload per day on YouTube? It's like, well, I don't set a goal for that. I say, right, well, however many parts my stream is cut into is how many videos are going to get uploaded to YouTube. And if they're all part of the same stream, then I'll upload them all within the same day. So, for example, if like my WoW stream, my afternoon stream's usually 2 parts. I'll upload one part to go live whenever, like, sort of later in the day, probably like, yeah, 3 to 4 hours. I mean, that works. I mean, that's probably what I total stream a day at the moment. I think it's just really important. What you need to do is find a schedule and a rota that works for you. I mean, I tend to do it around the kids. Like, for example, Esther is having a nap right now, and Beatrice has just woke up from her nap. So the kids are either sleeping or just either side of their nap cycle, which means it means that I'm not inconveniencing my partner too much by coming to do this. And then in the evening, it's usually when the kids have gone to bed. So as you can imagine, it's one of those things where you've got to work it around what works for you, dude. No one's going to tell you. There's no do's and don'ts, man. The only do's and don'ts are do stream games that you enjoy playing, don't stream a game because it's popular. Do stream games that you like, don't stream games that you're going to get bored of. And do try and engage with the community. It doesn't matter. Like, the way I see it, it's like, yeah, I might spam all over Facebook and Instagram whenever I'm going live, but the point of me doing that is that I want people to come and check me out. Sorry, guys. Multitasking. Oh god, what's that? Music's playing from somewhere. It's my phone that's playing music, god damn it.
target something first. I don't have a target.
Right, there we go. Now it's working.
I need to target something first.
Yeah, 3 to 4 hours would work for you, exactly, man, and that's what you need to do. You get tired easy. That's what I mean. You need to just work with what works for you and works with your schedule. I wouldn't recommend streaming any out of your comfort zone in terms of what games you like to play. So you like MWO, just stream that, man. Just enjoy streaming that. I mean, hell, you might, the way I see it, like, in terms of your audience, like, don't stream just because you want more followers. Stream because you enjoy playing the game and you want to share that with people. Like, realistically, I really like World of Warcraft, and even though there are millions of World of Warcraft players out there and loads of really popular streamers, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop streaming it because there are more popular streamers than me. Eventually, the way I see it, that I'll garner the right audience because the people who come to view me are going to be the ones that like what I do here. And obviously, if they like what I do here, then there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't have a target.
And obviously MWO, like, if that's your thing and that's what you like to play, then stream it. It's like, I haven't got the perfect setup. I need a second screen. I need a new headset. I mean, the microphone's okay on this. It's just a little tinny. So I want to get a new headset. I want to get a new gaming headset. I've got my gaming chair. I've got my setup. I just want a second screen. And I would like to improve just a few tweaks to my streaming setup. And it's like, but I didn't want to spend any money and invest in that until I was confident that the Xbox headsets. To be fair, there are. Having worked at game, like, as long as it's got a decent microphone, you're all good. The last thing you want to do is feel like you're talking into a shoebox. But you know, most gaming headsets now have good clear microphones. I mean, what I'm looking at getting at some point is a Razer gaming headset, but you don't need one of those. I just want a good gaming headset. I want a wireless one. It's going to cost me some money, but you know. It's like, at the end of the day, like, I don't get any revenue from streaming, and I don't mind that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I have fun.
I need to target something first. Go away! I will fix this.
Forge Master Gorgo. Yeah, because Magmalatus is the next one.
You are but a pebble amongst boulders. I am a rock slide.
Oh dear. See, for me, in terms of when I'm picking a headset, it's the thing is, for me, I'm gonna mainly stream WoW, because that's my thing. But I do play Halo Reach, I do play other games, so there's nothing to stop me from streaming those. There's no rule against it. And you might get different people coming for different content. Which is also fine. You know, I feel like the way to go is, especially to keep yourself in a good place with streaming, is if you do variety, then the rate at which you're going to get bored of things is incredibly less. That was terrible English, I do apologise. I'm contrary to popular belief, English is my first language, and I just completely messed up that sentence. To say I got an A in English at GCSE standard, I should be able to string a sentence together, or one would hope. I just can't get over this. The Lightforged Draenei Death Knights. I mean, they're cool as hell, but they're Lightforged and they're now undead again. It's like, hang on, you were forged by the light and now you've been raised by the Lich King? That's gotta be tough, man. That feels bad, man. Hang on a minute, I've got an idea. How would... Oh, that would look cool. I just got... Did I get life gripped here, or... No, it's not... I'm not being life gripped, it's something else. Are these Void Elves? This is a really nice transmog. Is that the... That's cool. Slagna. So I haven't decided yet I want to stream just one game. Well, the thing is, if you just... what I would say is, just stream whatever you feel like doing, man. Do you. So I just downloaded those, so you're good to go. Yeah, just spend a little while familiarizing yourself, setting things up. Have a look at how you want your streams to look. Look at templates, maybe the free ones. It might be worth having a look at those, because you might find some useful stuff in there to make your stream, you know, it might make your stream look nice. That's what I would do personally. I mean, you have to take my advice, but you know, but I'm no pro. But the way that I got to grips with how to do my layout, for example, is I decided that I was going to download a template and then base my design off the layout of that template, and then from there I learned kind of the general rules about how a stream should look, and now I've done my own art assets and I'm quite happy with how my stream looks now. I mean, I'm still tweaking things here and there, but you know. You need to just have a... I would say, have a look at OBS, have a look at your game capture stuff. You might need to set up a few different assets, like, I would say, maybe have a look at getting a template, unless you just want to straight up stream. And you'll be fine. Having a look at those layouts, it can be quite daunting, but honestly, I think that you can make your stream look nice in a relatively quick... Oh crap. I hate it when my phone does that. I think someone's calling me, it just goes and I'm like, it's not, and it's like somebody tagging me in something on Facebook. It's like, can it wait? To be fair, can it wait is my response to most phone calls too, so... Or could this have been messaged to me?
Be a pleasure to break you. I need to target something first.
Aside from going to talk or be a mute streamer. Hey man, that's fair enough. You say like, you know, you just do whatever you're comfortable with. Like at first, I was really nervous about getting on camera and showing my face and stuff, but then I realized that I post pictures of myself on Instagram as it is. Why is this any different except for my voice? I suppose because I think my voice is annoying, but you know, I like the idea of having that. I'm not a very confident person in real life, so what I like about it is this encourages me to talk. Like this encourages me to step out of my comfort zone and talk to strangers on the internet, or, well, I say strangers. I know you, and I know most of the people who follow me, but you know, it encourages me to
Target something
to
first.
talk really.
Must get closer. First, I break your spirit. Then, I sell your future.
Drop a couple of chaos bolts in here. But I mean, so far the feedback I've got from streaming has been really positive. So so like that's encouraged me to carry on doing what I'm doing. So whatever I'm doing it right. People have said that they like the environment in my streams. They like the way I talk. They like the way that I present the content. So at the end of the day, it's all about what you're comfortable with. Like, I found a niche I'm comfortable with, but what I'm comfortable with is going to be totally different from what you're comfortable with. So if you want to be a mute streamer, dude, yeah, you have a lot of things to think about. What I would do is I would just consider all your options and then make an informed decision. I would say you gotta, like, just make the best decision for you. It's not about what other people want. It's about what you want to do streaming. If you want to stream, what you want to stream, and how you want to stream, it's all down to you. Once you've found the setup that you like, then people will come to you for what you present. You don't have to do what other people are doing or do what other people want. Do what you want to do and how you want to do it, and people will come to you naturally. Make your life more interesting. Hey man, you know, I started this because of quarantine. I started this because of quarantine and the fact that people were a little lonely, and I found that people were struggling with quarantine emotionally, and I thought, well, what if I start streaming and start talking to people? By the way, I'll be able to check chat, but I'm just going to be right back real quick. I need to organise something. I want to sort something out with my gaming chair. I'm going to make an adjustment to it. So I'm just going to cut this part for the YouTube, and then I'll be able to read chat, but I won't be on screen for a few, like 2-3 minutes.